Green Bay Packers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down.
Complete to Valdez-Scantling. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
5. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Trubisky, and they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
A good pickup there, a 22.
1st down, Chicago.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Complete to number 89. Touchdown, Chicago. The kicker.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. They'll run it now out of the gun.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. On second down, it's Lindsay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
31's the mic. 6-man.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Hey, 40.
Now Rodgers. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Chicago.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 10 yards out. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
And the Bears 1st down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky looking deep downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Rolling to his right, and he's going to keep it. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The Bears 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Hold the screen again.
Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now, there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to run. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. Trubisky now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Trubisky to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now left side on the swing pass. He finds an opening past the 40.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He's got daylight. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Complete to Tariq Cohen.
Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Packers take over first and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
31's the mic. Let's go.
26.
It's our time. 31's the mic.
Hey, tight.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The ball carried by number 28.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Let's get this all day.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
Now they try the right side here. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Rodgers to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Mercedes Lewis with time running out, and the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. One last shot for Trubisky. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Today's final score, Packers 36.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,